Thanks, Felix. VistaTEC is a language service provider based in Dublin. Our industry has been very innovative and very clever about producing technologies which can translate huge volumes of content. That still leaves us with a human resource challenge when we come in high quality publishing scenarios to post-edit and review that material. And what happens faced with large volumes is that a sampling approach is taken. So you end up with a somewhat fallible process because depending on what pieces of content people look at, you may or may not find all the errors that is in the content. The other challenge is that these people are often tasked with not only correcting the translations, but also transcribing the errors they found or producing information that helps people retrain the engines. So these things are very heavy challenges on humans who are already overpressed with work. So what we wanted to do was to see, could we provide environments where we could support these humans in the challenge that they have. We wanted to keep all of the reporting that happens during that process, and we wanted to get something extra and something clever as well. So using ITS, we've changed our process to the extent that we have a lot more systems now that capture metadata at each stage. So at translation stage, we have empty engines which give us empty confidence scores. We use automated QA checking, which gives you, suggested quality issues. We build that metadata into the files. We're using quite innovative text classification techniques to do quality estimation. And at that point, we then take this data and we help the review process. And just to note that the review process itself captures metadata, and we can then use that as to feed back into the system. So how does that look for our humans? We have built a Workbench, an editing environment for these people. It looks very colorful down the sides here. But what we're doing is that immediately the editor opens the file, they're given this summary of all the metadata that's in the file. So immediately they have this context for what systems have interacted with the content, which people have interacted with the content, are there language quality issues that the automation has identified, and all these things are giving them context and direction for how they should approach this content. Down the right-hand side, they can, in their own way, this is all completely user-definable, decide how they want this metadata rendered. So the colored boxes represent the different types of metadata. They get a very good visual clue as to what that data is. And you can also use that same rendering technique to filter the content. So in the case of text analytics, I can say, show me all the segments that the text analytics believes are, of poorest quality. So we're really helping these people direct their effort. We've also allowed them to user-definably define hotkeys. So during post-editing, for example, if we want to capture fluency and adequacy scores, those are just single hotkey combinations on the keyboard. Very easy, very non-invasive, and very fluid. As I said, additional provenance is captured during the editing session, so every segment that I edit is also captured and layered into the file, all using ITS with XLIF. The types of things that this is enabling us to do on the back end is, I don't believe that we've hit the limit of this yet, but we're discovering relationships within the content. So we can go to our customers and say, this type of source results in this type of output. We can generate relationships between translators and reviewers, and there's some very interesting stuff that we can do there. So the business benefits, as I said, the people are directed, their effort is more efficient. It's completely transparent in terms of capturing extra data. It's all completely open and interoperable, and compatible with existing tool chains. We're very lucky as an organization to work with a lot of Fortune 500 companies, and I've been doing a lot of presentations like this, so we've done quite considerable outreach with industry and the people, the customers and the other suppliers that we work with to try and get the word about ITS2 out there. And I'm delighted that my board of directors has agreed to open source the editor, and we will contribute that to the Okapi framework, which itself is a very large project, and this will represent the single largest external contribution to that framework. And where can we go? Well, we've, as you've heard from different people, we've built in mappings from ITS to NIF, so we have links to natural language parsing technologies. We're working with Trinity College and the Center for Next Generation Localization on building semantic models from this metadata. And as you'll hear later on, there are also links to a lot of the quality estimation projects that are going on at the moment, Qt Launchpad being one of those. Thank you.